Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking to you.
Saturday afternoon at the Arrington Ice Arena, day number 2 of this weekend series between the Liberty University Flames and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Hello everyone, my name is Alex Herman, joined alongside by Jack Whitehead. Last night, a big win in game number 1 of this series for the Bulldogs. 7-3 final score after 60 minutes of regulation. Easily one of the most complete games that the Bulldogs have played this season. The offense was stellar as they put up 7 behind the Flames.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are going to have to keep on that offensive front if they're going to want to sweep this series against Liberty Flames. We know the Flames are better in game 2 of the series. They've played a lot of close games, and I don't think we're going to see anything different.
I think one of the more impressive things that we can talk about, too, early on in that first period, 45 seconds in, first shot on goal, Mateo Turin absolutely rips one bar down behind Conrad Couch to get the scoring going. And then it was Blake Weidman in the later stages of that first period who got the second goal of the game off a nice deflection. Weidman is definitely somebody that we have to watch out for here tonight, just because yesterday he got his first, second, and third goal of the season, and it happened to be all in the same game. Got a natural hat trick and wound up getting featured on the Hockey House. So Blake Weidman, for me, easily has to be the player to watch for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs have to ride the hot hand. Like, they have to give him opportunities to score, whether it's on the power play or still even strength. But for Liberty, I mean, they can't allow 7 goals once again. I'm sure Coach Kirk Handy definitely honed in on the defensive side of things, because 7 goals in any hockey game is way too much. In a rivalry game, it just can't play.
Big loss for the Flames. It was their first of the season. They're now 8-1 on the year. Still nothing to be upset about, of course. And like we mentioned, day number 2 typically of these series is when the Flames like to show their stuff, and they play the Bulldogs really, really hard. But home ice is where we know that the Bulldogs like to dominate the best against Liberty. That's where their record shows that they play better. Hopefully they can get another win here tonight on home ice. The power play yesterday for the Flames, only 2 for 7. They didn't get things going really towards the later end of the second period. And they also had expended penalty time because Mateo Turin took a game misconduct disqualification on a hit over in the left corner. He's going to be out of the lineup today, has to serve a game suspension. That's a big player that the Bulldogs are going to lose for this game.
Yeah, that's a big loss, but going back to what you said, the Bulldogs, 30 penalty minutes, of course 20 coming on that major penalty, but the Bulldogs have to stay out of the box. You do not want to give Liberty Flames more opportunities, more and more, throughout the second game, where they've already seen this penalty kill kind of show. So they only took, I believe, 5 minor penalties yesterday. Let's hope they can sort of settle in on that number, maybe just below it.
And speaking of penalties, we've talked about it in previous broadcasts. It has been a problem this season. Yesterday, before coming into the game, 106 penalty minutes coming into this weekend series. I got to talk to head coach Gary Estalos just a little bit before the game, and that was the one thing that he said that his team really has to look out for. Felt like they played solid and really had a good game, but have to stay out of the box, and you can't give a top 5 opponent like the Flames extended opportunities to go on the power play.
Yeah, both these coaches so highly touted in this sport. I mean, like for the Bulldogs, stay out of the box, obviously. You have to stay out of the box, but doing that, you have to play in the offensive end. You don't take many penalties in the offensive zone. They can't be on their heels. They have to stay on their toes. Just because you won 7-3 in game 1 doesn't mean that's going to carry over to game 2.
We know that the Flames are going to come out red hot, and they also travel well in numbers. They have plenty of fans who came over from Virginia to watch this series. We get that on our side too. Plenty of Bulldogs fans will go over to the Flames barn at LaHaye Ice Center over in Virginia when we go down there later this season. I think the other biggest surprise really for yesterday's game was Conrad Couch getting pulled in the third period. He's a solid goaltender, and his numbers for the past few seasons really show that. Save percentage is well above the .930 mark, goals against average below 2, and yesterday just wasn't his day, so Nick Bernstein is going to wind up getting the nod here tonight. Yeah,
and Bernstein coming in with a 3-0 record, 2.00 goals against average, but it comes down to Liberty Flames defense. Everyone has to defend. Couch, like you said, is a really good goaltender. He's not 6 goals against worthy goaltender. They're going to have to defend, keep the Bulldogs attack to the outside, keep it away from the house. It should be a closer game today.
I think the only other thing that we really can expect is the physical presence of play. Both of these teams love to bang bodies, and especially when they're playing each other. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of finished hits and a lot of physical contact.
Yeah, and you get that more and more as you get to know and get familiar. Of course, these two storied colleges, they know each other really well. And now especially game 2, about 20 hours apart, we're going to see bodies flying.
Certainly interested to see what we have in store for this second game of the weekend series. Liberty University Flames and your Adrian College Bulldogs. We're going to take a step aside for the national anthem and return with the first period puck drop. Alex Herman, Jack Whitehead, don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldogs.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
To become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
ready, set for puck drop on day number 2 of this weekend series rivalry matchup here at the Arrington Ice Arena, the Liberty University Flames and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Herman, Jack Whitehead up here in the booth. Happy to have you all join us this afternoon on ACTV. This is a big one for both of these squads and has a lot of important weight for the national rankings and also for the rest of the season. Two teams who are accustomed to being in the national tournaments. As we get 20 minutes up on the score clock, everybody gathered up at center. Puck is dropped and we are underway at the AIA. Flames will take the opening draw and lift this in off a backhand as it works around the boards. That's number 13, Cal Essenmacher in the corner. Will pick this up and rotate it to the point. Pomerleau has his point drive blocked by a shin pad in front. So bounce to the slot area. And now it's Sebastian Smith who will take a run at it. Will chop it into the zone. Nothing going on that attempt. Working it backwards is Pomerleau. Backhands across the ice for Anderson. Disconnected pass for Wen. Gajewski fighting off some pressure. Essenmacher playing him well. Takedown along the glass. Some early stick taps for the Flames. Just about 45 seconds into this one. Off to the races is Eli Reimer. Adamek, pass off the boards. No stick to pick it up. Cyrus Toth taking a look. Will throw it over for Eli Reimer. Coming the other way, it's Finch, who had a nice game yesterday. Goal and an assist, one on the power play. Adamek winds up, takes a shot. Pad save made by Traska. Got it with the left side toe. So play back to the blue line. It's DM. Opens up, lets a pass go. Nobody there. And our first whistle of the game is an icing. 18:34 left to go in the first period.
Yeah, and a really good start there for the Flames. Of course, yesterday conceding 45 seconds in. A lot better start already with the shot on net. Traska turned that away fairly easily. But it's nice to see the Flames now on the front foot.
I would imagine, too, you'll probably see a more conservative game plan from the Bulldogs. Not trying anything too fancy, but the simple plays typically are the ones that are most effective. This is Marley, who pickpockets a man, sends it towards the front. Jammer in the slot, can't get it to go. Bro walks the line, takes a shot, up over the head. Where's the puck? It's deflected into the nets. Bernstein didn't know where it was, might have hit somebody in front. And it skyrocketed out of play. We'll take our draw to the right.
Yeah, I think that deflected off about 2 or 3 players, but Bulldogs sort of now changing pace, playing more in the Liberty Flames offensive zone. Of course, just 2 minutes into this one, so you can't really gauge what's going to happen the rest of the game, but it's a good start so far for both teams.
Bernstein, of course, yesterday replacing Conrad Kausch in the early stages of the third period, coming in with 3 games played this season, a 2 goals against average flats with a .908 save percentage and a 3-0 record. Had a couple of saves yesterday, only had 1 go by him. Shot from the point, gets blocked in front by Bro. Here goes Hunter Allen. Crosses over the red line, now the blue. Scraping the outside boards to the right. We'll get back to the puck. Taking a tumble on that play. Here's Mins on the backhand to the top of the dot. Mott scanning, throws it down low. It'll rotate around. Allen being fought for hard. There's a nice shoulder along the wall on Liam Cox-Smith. Second hit in the corner. Bulldogs love it on the bench, showing their support for their teammates on the ice. Off the boards, there's Blake Weidman, who winds up. Some friendly fire on Schaumburger. That'll be offsides, and Blake Weidman, we talked about in the pre-show, number 3, had 3 goals yesterday. His first 3 goals of the season. And how about a natural hat trick?
Yeah, to get off the schneid in 1 game after, I believe, 7 scoreless. Bulldogs, obviously, that was their 8th game yesterday. But to score 3 in the rivalry game, I mean, that's got to feel good for him. And I'm sure we're going to see that transition into this one as well.
Blake Weidman playing on a line with Alex Schaumburger and Brandon Nye. We'll see how much ice time they get. They had some solid shifts yesterday. This will bounce for Michael DeBrito. Toe drag shot, scores! Through traffic, gets around McLaughlin, and it fools Traska. The Flames have the early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I believe Michael DeBrito just sort of threw that right in the V, kind of right under the skates. Just threw the legs of McLaughlin. Sort of just fooled Traska and net. Flames get off to that all-important first goal just over 3 minutes in.
That's a hard one to stop for Traska. Seeing that puck get toe dragged, you'd think maybe the man is going to walk around to the right instead of shoot it. Instead, he decides to release it through a pair of legs. Not easy to pick that up off the ice.
No, and I wasn't a goalie, but I know you were, and those got to be terrible, especially when your defenseman sort of trying to do his job, but he's also screening the goalie.
There's Luke Marley with a drop pass for Jammer as he chops it back for Marley. He'll whip it around the left boards. Reimer will go hard after it. Connor Diem, forward pass, breaking through. That's Wen. We'll circle back on the backhands. Essenmacher defending, sends it to the top. There's a quick shot. And Traska with the glove save, they'll hold on. Reimer with some extra pushes and shoves. Early physicality like we were alluding to. Before opening puck drop, things will settle down. The officials getting in the way.
Sure, that's not the last time we're going to see a little scrum in front of either net. But again, getting back, Flames already with a 3-0 shot lead. 4 minutes in, Bulldogs without a shot on goal. They got to get this offensive attack going, put some pressure in the Flames' end.
Face off and a slap shot deflected. That'll rocket over everybody's head. Settles in the near side. Allen with a shove. Stick save made by Traska. His rebound popped off the end glass. Looked like maybe it was going to drop in the crease, and now a breakout pass for Caleb Mins. Essenmacher jabs at it. Off the boards from DeCalloway. Pitched forward. Bulldogs just can't get out of their zone. 2 moves from Hunter Allen. Onsides, cuts to the middle. Now way to the right. Gets a few stick handles. Mins broke his stick on that play. Has to go back for some fresh lumber. Instead is replaced by Brandon Nye. This is tumbled over everybody. Extended pass, nobody there. It's icing, 15-19 left to go in the first period. Still a 1-0 score.
Yeah, sort of a tough break there for the Bulldogs as Hunter Allen was sort of weaving his way through Liberty Flames defense, and then Mins just sort of broke his stick on what looked like a nothing play. Had to go to the bench, get a change, sort of stop the Bulldog attack.
Face off one back to McLaughlin, holds the line, takes a shot, stick save from Bernstein, his first of the day. Liberty looking very comfortable in this opening so far. Not showing much signs of wavering from yesterday. You have to wonder, always with a lot of travel and then a quick turnaround on day 2, how fresh your legs can be. And this just shows the depth of the Flames so far and how well coached.
Yeah, it looked like they were a little bit sluggish to start off. Of course, dropping 4-0 down just in the second period. They look like they have their legs, obviously, like you said, really well coached, highly touted coach. So I'm sure they're going to turn this around.
Reset on the draw. Reagan is in there with Monroe. One back by Monroe. Fanned on pass, Gajewski to the top for Reagan. Blocker down, the save made by Bernstein. Cash Reagan, number 44, on possession. Gets through 2 Flames and is picked off by Anderson as it's sent towards the boards. Breakout towards Finch. Bounced off his skates. McLaughlin will shadow him. Gajewski picks it up along the half wall. Another broken stick on the play. This is bobbled towards the front, sticked away by Traska, and a hand pass being called.
Yeah, Ryan Finch, one of the more dangerous players, leading this Liberty University Flames team with 12 points. Obviously 8 of those coming from the goal tally, 4 more than anyone else. He's a dangerous player to look out for.
Defensive zone draw for the Bulldogs. Flames looking to continue their offense. Deflected shot on net. There's a second one that gets blocked away by Traska. There's going to be a delayed call here. I think it's going to be a hook against Cash Reagan. Got his stick caught on the body of a Flame. Cox Smith with a D pass. Arm is still up. Bernstein off to the bench for the 6th attacker. Adamek rips it, friendly fired, Shields blocked it, and Smith will touch up for the whistle. Hooking is the call. Bulldog box is open. And nobody going yet, and now it is indeed Cash Reagan.
Yeah, I think you nailed that one, just the hook. He got his stick, not in a great position. But this comes from Liberty keeping the Bulldogs on their heels, attacking the offensive end. For this first 6 minutes, it's been all Flames.
Liberty power play operating at a 21.2% conversion rate. And the penalty killing for the Bulldogs at 90.3. So we'll see how special teams make their way into today's game. Pomerleau at the blue line, sends it over. Cox Smith rotates down low. The Burrito circling the zone. Pomerleau, a side pass, will get it right back. Fakes the shot. Let it go this time. Tipped in front, scores! Monroe with the deflection in front. 22 seconds into the power play. Flames have a 2-0 lead.
It really didn't look like Pomerleau wanted to shoot this. Bulldogs taking every bit of passing lane away. Finally just decides to fire it. And then Monroe, obviously, with a great tip to beat Traska in the 5-hole. It's been all Flames. 6.5 minutes into this one. Bulldogs are going to have to start playing their brand of hockey.
Be curious to see in the next couple of minutes if we might see a timeout from head coach Gary Astalos if things still continue to not go their way. But a flat start for the yellow, black, and white here through the first 7 minutes of the first period. Strasky skimming the boards. Hunter Allen will gather in the corner. Gets flexed off the puck. Reimer going hard after it. Sent out, gloved. Strasky shot from the point. The rebound there. Bernstein made the save. Didn't corral the second one. And a 3-on-2 developing for the Flames. Cross crease feed gets broken up. Bulldogs looking for some momentum. Marley drops it back for Bro. Strasky with a fast one up for Reimer and goes across the gut for Bro, who makes a good stick handling move. Mins is fresh off the bench, will pitch it in on Bernstein, played it off of his pad. Tried to catch it in his trapper, but never squeezed it. Big hit from DeCalloway along the boards. They get some more physical action. Another stick down on the ice, snapped in half. Quick shot from Barker. And a glove save and a hold.
I think we got 2 more sticks down in Flames' end. It's about 3 or 4 we've seen. But that was a better shift from the Bulldogs, sort of playing in the Flames' offensive end. Still, Flames dominating the majority of this opening period so far.
Out of the zone, this puck goes. Monroe has his pass pickpocketed. Now it's Mins, lets a shot go wide of the glove ends of Bernstein. Mott at the blue line. Up the wall for Allen. Pirouettes back, snapshot gets blocked. Played in deep by McLaughlin, keeps the offense going. DeCalloway to Allen, off for Mins, sends it to the point. Back step for Mott. Lets a shot go through traffic, off the chest, rebound there, but no follow-up. Mins All for Allen, who holds the backhand to DeCalloway on net, was tumbling down. Somehow got the shot off. On the right pad of Bernstein, shutting the door. Here goes Finch. They've got numbers, and the Flames off sides. That did go in, but after the whistle.
Yeah, thankfully there was an offside call because that did sneak under the blocker arm of Traska. But you see the sportsmanship. He kind of went by and tapped him on the shin pads.
Reagan in the neutral zone. Back for Toth. Along the wall. This is broken out for Smith. And it's lifted forwards. Locked up behind the red line. Shade over for Anderson as he'll dump it in. Traska out to his backhand, plays it. Toth gathering. Fired way up for Nye. It hopped over his stick. Now it's Cable who tries to force it to get out. Nye was able to keep it in. Jumping around with Smith. Look to make the play. Nye up the boards for Zaski. Not a lot of time to make anything happen, so he fires it back deep. Awkward deflection from Cox Smith. Hit the top of the glass and bounced backwards. Here's Smith racing in on net. Goes to one hand. Is shielding and is checked hard into the boards. He's able to get Connor Diem to fall down. But he's separated from the puck. Feemster dropped back. Wrist shot goes wide to the blocker. Pomerleau waiting. The outlet is stolen by Marley, who we've seen starting to get a couple of shifts here in this one, playing on that second pairing with Eli Reimer and Justin Jammer. DeBrito working free. Puck rolled away from his reach. That'll take another bounce out of the zone. Jammer heading after it. Big hit there. Marley, a good move, breaking towards the net. Marley shelves it high over the top of the crossbar. And a big reversal from Jammer along the wall. Body starting to fly. Jammer again with a third hit.
Yeah, that shit was all Justin Jammer. I mean, the senior throwing 3 humongous hits. He's trying to get the Bulldogs some energy on the bench. He's flying around out there, leveling Flames left and right. I think the referees are talking about where this faceoff should be.
I think also Sebastian Smith probably was making some arguments maybe that they were looking for a call on the play. Normally it's your captain who goes up to discuss things with the officials, then to report back to the bench. But no arms up on that play. Here's Hunter Allen around the wall, hits the brakes, distributes to McLaughlin. Glove save on the slap shot. Bernstein will grab it.
We've seen more attacking in the Flames end by the Bulldogs, but Bernstein's looked very sharp so far. Liberty's doing a nice job. He's seen all these shots, but again, no nerves after coming in yesterday, yielding sort of a 6-2 lead, just coming in. Didn't really have much to do. He looks very comfortable here early on.
To his credit, yesterday, never an easy situation to come into a game at any point, but especially the third period, just about 2 or 3 minutes into that one. Did all that he could yesterday, only gave up one that really wasn't his fault. So far, doing his job as you were mentioning earlier. Mott's one-touch pass taken away. Bulldogs were delayed off sides. That's tipped out of the air by Barker. McLaughlin to Mott. That's taken away. Essenmacher making his way around McLaughlin. Stumbles for a moment, recovers. Pass for Finch, away from him. Anderson on net, pad save. Traska the rebound, where is it? Covered in between the legs. And that was loose for quite some time.
I think Anderson's shot hit about 2 Bulldogs sticks on the way to Traska. Couldn't find it, eventually did. Thankfully, it just stayed underneath him. Bulldogs get a whistle.
8:13 left to go in the first period. Flames still leading this one 2-0 off of Michael DeBrito and Luke Monroe opening scoring.
It's sort of the reverse from yesterday. Bulldogs jumped out to that early 2-0 lead in the first. Flames returning the favor here this afternoon.
Cash Reagan with a burst of speed, a backhand off target. Toth lets one go towards the net, kicked away and broken out. Flames turn it back up ice. 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Good hit from Zaski as he was able to get in the way of that puck. That'll hit off the linesman in front of the Flames bench. That's roped all the way back behind Bernstein. Horizontal pass from Adamek. Long pass, waved off. Finch beat the icing. Got there before Zaski. Flames with good sustained pressure in this first period. Locked up along the boards. It's dug free from Weidman. First time we've seen him in a couple of minutes. Weidman with a good stick to break the play up. Fights it off. Schaumburger to Strasky. In on net. No shot. Throws it through off a shin pad. Looked like it might have taken a kick. Driving the net. Blocker save made by Traska. That was Tucker Shields who went for a skate. DM zips it around the boards. Traska never even came out to stop it. Not enough time for him to make that play. Up to the left blue line. Cross ice for Anderson. Lets it go. Glove save made by Traska. Saw it through traffic. He'll hold on. Got some more action in the hash mark area. Everybody gathering after the whistle.
Yeah, and this fourth line for the Bulldogs, Weidman, Schaumburger, and Nye, sort of that fourth line grinding type. Obviously, we haven't seen Weidman as much as we thought we might after scoring 3 yesterday. But he's sort of out there to just give the Bulldogs a spark, throwing his body around, going 115% every single shift. And Smith talking with the referee once more.
There's something to keep an eye on. There's clearly something that the Bulldogs are unhappy with. And if I was to guess, it's probably having to do with something that the Flames are doing. But what it is, we won't know from up here. One of those times it would be helpful to have the players and the refs mic'd up so we could find out. Marley cutting through the crease. Took a high stick to the cage. Traska off to the bench. Delayed call being made. Jammer takes a look for Eli Reimer. Gets sticked away from him. Mott came to the ice, but it is whistled down. Bulldogs will head to the power play here. 5:55 left to go in the first period. Did a great job yesterday on special units. They definitely need one here now to try and stay in this game.
Yeah, let's see if this can carry over. Bulldogs come in with a power play percentage at home of 26.67%. Bulldogs really in need of a spark on the offensive. Try to get on this board, cut the Flames lead in half.
Flames to it first. It's kept in by a shin pad by Zaski and knocked around out of the zone. Cox Smith gets it out. Interesting too, Cox Smith, player for the Flames who plays on both the penalty kill and the power play. Yesterday had a power play goal. DeCalloway gloves it out of midair. Lost it to Shields. Zaski a backhand. No dice, and it's cleared down.
Cox Smith is one of those players the coaches just love. He does everything well. Power play, penalty kill, even strength. I mean, it's a coach's dream where you can just deploy a guy and you know he's going to give you value.
McCalloway, his shot is deflected. Trying to pick it up with Zaski. It's cleared out. Off to the races. That's Carney gets to it first. Gajewski will force him into the boards, allowing Zaski to come take the puck. Smith will slow it down and bring it back behind the red line. And now changes for Mins. McLaughlin looking for Reimer. Gains the left wing. Has options in front and dishes to McLaughlin. Cross for Mins. Some stick handles up top. Reagan, shot, stick save made by Bernstein. Just got it with the knob and sent it into the netting.
Yeah, nice play there from the Bulldogs. Mins finding Reagan, sort of popped out from the defenseman, got a good shot off. Good positioning, though, from the goaltender Bernstein. Just deflects off his stick, keeping the Bulldogs scoreless.
33 seconds left in the 5-on-4 power play. Only one shot to show for the Bulldogs on this 5-on-4. Mins taking a stab at it. Nobody can break it free. Flames doing a great job at killing off the clock. Still not loose. Broken out and hits a rut in the ice. Jumps over the stick of McLaughlin. Bulldogs were delayed offsides, and that'll do it for their power play. Flames have killed it off. Now back to 5-on-5. Offset pass. Strasky is there. Turns back the other way. Quickly pausing. Crossing feed. Broken up. Here's Eli Reimer. Picking up speed. Shifts into gear. Goes across the lane. It sticks. Reagan to Strasky, who's at center ice. Dumps it in. Takes a hard hit from DeMars. Just swung back for Weidman. Looking for Strasky. Lets a shot go. Tipped in front. Bounced way up in the air. Schaumburger to get it in the corner. Weidman back for Bro. Wrist shot blocked. Flames all over the shots that the Bulldogs are letting go. Weidman gloves it down. Trying to send it to the front. It's canceled out. Across for Bro, who steps off the assignment. Gajewski will cover for him. Weidman to the left hash mark. Looking for Gajewski. Lets a shot go. That one blocked as well. Big hit from Weidman. Along the boards on Pomerleau, who will skate back to the bench. Rowe making his way around. Goes through the neutral zone. DM to recover. Off the boards for Adamek. Essenmacher crosses over. Flames looking to break out. Still holding on to their 2-0 lead with 2:03 left to go in the first period. Certainly a dominant start that they were looking for today. Point drive gets blocked in front. Never reached Straska. Gajewski loses it to Adamek. Goes towards the hash marks. Nobody can find a shot. Kicked out of a scrum. Seth Wen makes the play happen. Smith takes a couple of chops. And Toth losing his helmet. There's a arm up on the whistle.
I believe it's going to be another Bulldog power play.
Let's see what happens here. These Bulldogs had possession, but the whistle has to be blown for any player.
I think they're saying
wow,
Jen is gone from this game.
It's very possible that number 91, Seth Wen, might have just gotten tossed from this game. We'll see what they put up as far as time goes on the board.
It was in that, sorry, to cut you off, but it was in that corner where we were kind of we couldn't really see. We saw the helmet of Toth fly off. Wondering if they're just going to call like head contact or something. But yeah, they've sent Wen to the locker room.
Big discussion in front of the scorer's table from the officiating staff, deciding what it is that they want. And both captains will get the explanation. See what they put up here. 1:37 left to go in the first period. Bulldogs could be out to a long power play, which certainly will be much needed if that's the case. Let's see what we got here.
I think the scorers table is still waiting on a ruling here.
They are going to have somebody serve the penalty, which to me would indicate that it is a major penalty. So I'm going to say it's probably a 2 and 10 with a game misconduct. Bulldogs will get 2 minutes of 5-on-4 to close out the first period. Nothing changes. We'll carry over to the second. McLaughlin to Reimer. Tries to rip it. Gets poked away from him. Around for Allen. Gets knocked off his stick by Pomerleau. So it's a boarding call. And yes, indeed, it is a game misconduct. Setting up is Reagan. Wrist shot, glove save, rebound, covered up.
I don't think Bernstein necessarily saw that one that well. Still made the save. Usually you see these major penalties. We saw it yesterday. Bulldogs had a 5 and a major penalty in a game misconduct. This time, I guess the referees say not as severe. They only give him 2.
Yesterday's a little bit different than today. It was a 5-minute major and a game disqualification, which indicates a 1-game automatic suspension. And the question for Mateo Turin from yesterday, is that going to be reviewed for any further penalty? But for today, he is out of the game, and a game misconduct for number 91, Seth Wen. He's turned over, sent down the ice. 37 seconds left in the period. A minute of power play time for the Bulldogs. Have to find one here. That would be huge to try and cut the lead in half before the end of the frame. Smith barreling on net. Wrap around off the pad. It stays out. The rebound covered, and the Flames get the whistle. Extra shot from Adamek. That should be a call.
Referee looking right at it. I think he was just smiling. No hand goes up. But a nice burst of speed there from Smith, bringing it all the way around the net. Wrap around. Bernstein, though, post to post quickly to keep that out.
.5 seconds left in the first period. Calloway will step in with Luke Monroe. Everybody jumping the draw. Played back and scooped beyond the blue line. We'll see if we get one more rush from Adrian College. Here's the captain, Sebastian Smith. Around the wing, towards the front to Calloway's shot, just goes wide. 4 seconds left. Jammer trying to find one more. It's sent around the boards, and that'll do it for the first 20 minutes. So what we expected from the Flames is exactly what we got. They love to play on the day number 2, and a hard, fast start from the visitors give them a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. Bulldogs will still have power play time to begin the second period. They have 23 seconds.
The Bulldogs, not their best period we've seen. Obviously got to give a lot of credit to the Flames for pounding on the defense, just attacking furiously. As Coach Handy is still asking the referee for some clearance on that call. Guess he's not in favor. Again, we couldn't really see, didn't have a great view. Can't overturn it now as Wen is done for the night.
Bulldogs, a little bit more of a flat start from yesterday. Definitely need to pick up the intensity in the second period. Shots are even up 10-10, which is just about the same scene we saw yesterday after the first period, though the score very, very different. Yesterday it was 2-0 for the Bulldogs. Today they're down 2-0. They're going to turn it around here for the rest of the game. What do you think they're going to have to do?
They just got to play more offense. I know it sounds pretty simple, as Smith talking to the referees once again, but they got to get the offense going in the offensive zone. They have to get shots to the net, and they have to get traffic. Said earlier that Liberty just has to defend a lot better, and they have. We can sit up here and tell the Bulldogs what to do and what to do, but Liberty, give a lot of credit to them. They've played a really good, sound defensive road game so far. They've sort of taken the crowd out of it. They've taken the Bulldogs out of it. Bulldogs have a lot of work to do, but again, Bulldogs coached well by Astalos. He's a really good coach, 10th year. He's got 292 wins under his belt. I'm very confident that he'll set up a good game plan for the second period.
We'll see what the Bulldogs come out with for the start of the second period, 2-0 as we head into our first intermission. Alex Herman, Jack Whitehead up here in the booth. We'll be back with the second period of this ACHA Division I matchup. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Win. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
we value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1:15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena, getting set for period number 2 in game number 2 of this weekend series between the Liberty University Flames and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Herman and Jack Whitehead up here in the booth. Happy to have you all rejoin us here on ACTV. Our score 2-0 in favor of Liberty University. For those of you just joining us now, that was a big period and a massive response for the Flames. Really turned it on and showed why they're one of the more dominant teams in the ACHA Men's 1 division.
Yeah, it's sort of a flip-flop from game 1. Bulldogs came out hot and carried that throughout the game. Liberty comes back today and has 2 goals in the first 6.5 minutes, one by number 19, Michael DeBrito, getting his 5th of the year, and then Luke Monroe, number 12, scores 3.5 minutes after from Pomerleau and Cox Smith to give that all-important insurance goal for the Flames. But for the Bulldogs, they start this period, 23 seconds left on the power play. I'm looking for Dylan Gajewski, who's got 3 power play goals this year already. All 3 of his goals have come on the power play. Bulldogs try and win the draw, get in the offensive zone, get a few shots on net, see if they can cut into this lead. So it was all Flames for most of the first period.
Shots are evened up at 10 apiece, so the shooting is equal. But I will agree with you, Bulldogs need to find some life, and they got to turn it on. And Dylan Gajewski, one of those sharpshooters for all 4 years of his Bulldog tour, has a game winner in this season already. It was against Pitt in overtime, and though if he scores the first one, it won't be the game winner initially. Hopefully he can get a couple extra potted at some point throughout this game.
Yeah, the Bulldogs going big. Smith, Gajewski, McLaughlin up front, and then Mott and Regan.
20 minutes will go back on the score clock. 23 seconds of power play time for the Bulldogs. Get up at center. Puck is dropped and we resume play at the AIA. Pomerleau will smash this all the way down the ice. Traska out of his crease to stop the puck. Only time for one rush, really. Off the face-off loss. Here's McLaughlin, lets a shot go, tipped high and wide. Flames are able to exit the zone. They get the puck over the line. Now back to 5-on-5 hockey. That puck held in the feet of the linesman and then called down for offsides.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times. Going both ways, it's just getting caught up in that specific lineman's feet. Hasn't costed anyone yet, but you never know later in the game when it gets tense and tight. I'd like for him to sort of move out of the way. Obviously, that is his position right there. Unfortunate break for both teams.
Connor Diem up the way. Marley is able to cancel it out. Slips through the feet of Jammer. As they'll get a pass right back from the stick of Reimer. Played in the feet. Off the boards. Toth. Zaski will get it right back. Up the boards it goes. Marley mishandles. Chance in the slot. Diem winds up. Pad save. Traska got it with that right side. Shields lets one go. Snapping the leathers. Traska again will make a follow-up save. 18:39 left to go in the second period.
Yeah, and those are some big saves from Traska. You hear everyone say the worst lead in hockey is a 2-goal lead, but if the Flames are able to get that third one, it just creates that much more separation between the Bulldogs. Next goal in this game is very important.
Rowe rips it up the high glass and down. It's going to be icing. We'll take the faceoff back to our left.
Yeah, Bulldogs came into this with only 26 seconds of power play time. Didn't really get a good grade A opportunity. Now we're back to 5-on-5, and this is where the Bulldogs have to sort of transition better and play more in the offensive zone of the Flames. It's just been too much defending. Flames give them a lot of credit. They've come into this one, completely flipped the script from yesterday's game. They played a lot better here.
Here's Finch looking outside. Teeing up is Pomerleau. And that was blocked by Traska way up into the netting. That had some heat on it.
Yeah, that looked like one of those All-Star Games hardest shot competitions. He kind of waltzed in from the red line to the blue line, just gave everything he had. Nice save there from Traska.
So a bounce over the stick of Cable. It's Weidman who's riding his coattails. Nye sends it around the boards. Weidman with a hit. Schaumburger will walk towards the puck. Flames all over it. Turnover forced by Nye. Looks for the wraparound. To the top of the point, Zaski lets a shot go. Blocked in front by Pomerleau. Weidman off the backhands. Sent down, it's Pomerleau, waits. Drops it back for Cable. Bulldogs able to get some fresh legs on the ice. Smith. Off to the side for Motts. Hits the top of the riser and catches a piece of the netting.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there for the Bulldogs. They had something going. Guys running in. But the Flames, we've said it a lot, they've blocked a lot of shots in front of Bernstein today. Not many grade A opportunities for the Bulldogs, but we've seen this a few times with Weidman, Schaumburger, and Nye. The fourth line sort of attacking in the Flames' end. They've been one of the better Bulldog lines. See if they keep it up throughout the game.
Flames with the breakouts. Pass missed the mark. Mont saucers it around the boards. Gajewski is there to meet it. Takes a hit along the glass. See if this will get out of the zone. It does. Cash Reagan off to the races. Lets a shot go. Blocked by Bernstein. Fights it off. Smith. Some nice moves as he circles around the zone as he normally does. Skates it and gets it right back. Jammed up was Reagan, never had the chance to make a play. Ratzlaff in between his feet, lost control of it. Now the Bulldogs have to go in reverse, and this is tipped up into the overhanging championship banners.
The Flames keeping all the Bulldogs' offensive attacks to the outside. You saw Smith just sort of circling around. Didn't have anywhere to go with the puck. Dropped it back to the defenseman who flung it back to him in the corner. Liberty keeping the Bulldogs to the outside throughout this match.
Barker hit off the puck. Marley tried to get sent in, gets flipped in the process by Adamek. Might see a couple of hits coming forward here. There's one from Marley, a little bit of revenge. Toth caught behind the play. Barker's pass intercepted. Driving was Finch. Adamek's wrister gloved down by Traska, and he stares into the eyes of Essenmacher. The big man and Griffin Zaski will step into the pile.
It was one of the more physical shifts we've seen in quite a while. Wonder if the Bulldogs are going to try and get the physicality going in this game just to try and knock the Flames off the puck, because they look very comfortable while they have the puck and in possession.
D-to-D pass. Shot off the boards, deflected on net. Traska was paddled down. Can't hold on to the rebound, and he gets it on the second one. Zaski grabbing the body of Hayden DeMars. Or rather, that was Cox Smith. And a large difference in height between Cox Smith and Zaski.
6'6", and Cox Smith at 5'7". He's almost got a full foot on him.
Shot off the draw, in and out of the trapper of Traska. Up to the point. Cable, pad save made. Rebound stopped by Traska. Kept it out. Cable gets it back to his left. This is worked around for Shields. Allen, big hit on Cox Smith. Sends him into the bench. Starting to see some fire from the Bulldogs. This is backhanded way up into the air. Mins had it drop out of his reach. He's able to break it up. Allen takes a shot right to the chest. It goes down in some pain. He's having some difficulty getting up. Oh boy. Hunter Allen down in some pain.
I think they're going to call a bench minor on the Bulldog coach. I think the Bulldog coach was sort of yelling at the official for missing that call, and then the official had enough of it and just teed him up.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that works because Zaski's going to serve, but Allen took a shot right to the face and definitely stumbled around. He's going to get helped back towards the bench and checked out. Hopefully he's okay. So your own player gets contact to the head and somehow you get a penalty for it.
Yeah, I think coach knew that he missed the call and he was giving it to the official, and the official just had enough and just teed him mid-play. Bulldogs an important penalty kill here early in this second period.
Shot off the mask of Traska. Will shake it off and keeps it out. So it's going to be to Zaski on sportsmanlike conduct. Must have said something. I imagine it was directed at the official. Jump puck into the netting. 22 seconds in.
Yeah, so I apologize there. I thought it was on Astalos, the head coach. The referee just looked at the bench and said, get to the box. It was Zaski, though, so yeah, said a few choice words. Some of the words the officials don't really like hearing from the players. Official had enough of it.
Cox Smith with a toe drag shot. Good move around Brandon Nye. Traska will save the day and hold on.
Yeah, Cox Smith with 2 goals on the year, 1 coming from the power play with a really nice toe drag. It's tough to play At 5'7", especially in a physical league like we have here. It's one of the few guys I've seen really below 5'9", 5'10", just have this much success in the ACHA.
There is somebody else who is listed on the Liberty roster at 5'7". That's number 2, Michael Adamek. But the average height for the Bulldogs, 6 foot and above, always has been a big team. Pomerleau walking the line. Cox-Smith takes a look. Saucer pass broken up in the slot. Weidman tries to get it out. It's deflected off the skate of Cox-Smith. The second backhand attempt stays in. Pomerleau off to the flank. That's DeBrito. Back to Cox-Smith. Pomerleau takes a shot. Scores! Deflected in the slot, and another power play goal for the Flames.
It's essentially the same goal as last one. A shot from the point from Pomerleau, deflected by Monroe. It's almost a carbon copy of goal number 2 for the Flames. As we see nice passing, Cox-Smith setting up Pomerleau in the middle and tipped once again by Monroe right in front of the goaltender. Traska really no chance with a tip. Bulldogs in deep trouble here though, down 3-0 almost midway through this game. Gonna have to get the legs going and play on the offensive attack way more.
With the face-off at center ice. And
I think they're gonna say,
oh my goodness. Reagan's gonna go to the box.
Yeah, I think he played it with his hand off the face-off draw. So you can't do that. The linesmen have actually called the penalty. Bulldogs not doing themselves any favors, heading back to the penalty kill almost immediately after conceding their second power play goal of the game.
Smith and Gajewski arguing that Reagan never touched the puck with his hand, that it was the shaft of his stick that got on top of it because he tripped. The officials making a quick decision. Adamek to the line. Shields back to Adamek. Side skirts. Adamek to Shields. Waiting to release. Flames passing in the offensive zone. Adamek fires just wide. Now in the slot. Shields will go after it. Off the post, it stayed out. The rebound, big save made by Traska. Extended the pad. Shields will let it go. Soaked by Bro. Tries to get it out. Glove down by Shields. Adamek to the right. Looking cross crease. Pace of play is really starting to come alive. Adamek winds up. Save made by Traska.
Furious pressure on this Flames power play. Shields with the best chance there in the middle. I think he had more net than he thought. So I don't think Traska really picked up the puck. Thankfully for the Bulldogs, he hit the post or they'd be down 4-0. Still a minute 9 in this power play. This Flames power play looks night and day difference from yesterday.
Weidman able to clear the zone. Pomerleau will take his time skating to get it. Pomerleau off for Monroe. He's had a good game today. Cox-Smith to the blue line. Pomerleau dribbled off his stick. Weidman with a nice belly dive, and he's able to whack it all the way down. .33 seconds left on the 5-on-4. That's offsides. And we'll halt play with 11:58 left to go in the second period. This definitely, I don't know about you, has certainly felt like a slow-moving second period.
Yeah, we're only 8 minutes in. Just a lot of penalties, a lot of stoppages. Really no flow in this game. It's just been a power play here for the Bulldogs and then a few for Liberty. Just no real pace of play that the Bulldogs can sort of get into.
Cox-Smith will take it. Aaron pass. Doesn't find a stick, and it's out of the zone from McLaughlin. Pomerleau turns up ice. Monroe over the blue line. Nice pass looking for DeBrito, and covering up is Traska. Flames will get one more offensive zone draw on the power play before we go back to 5-on-5. And hopefully the Bulldogs can stay out of the box.
As I said earlier, it looked like the same goal. The Flames have actually scored. Luke Monroe is second at the exact same time in both periods. 6:30 into the period, he scored on the power play. Or excuse me, not on the power play, but he did score to give the Bulldogs the Flames a 2-0 lead. And then at 6:30 in the second period, he extends it with the second of the game to give the Flames a 3-0 lead.
Reagan is out of the box, heads back to the bench. Marley with a steal, sharp angle shot, just misses the post. Barker catches in the neutral zone. Marley with a stick lift. Reimer picking up the pace. His pass to no one. Bulldogs get caught looking there. DM almost was stepped up. Schomburger off the boards and out. It's kept in. Point drive. Blocked in front. DM releases. Saved by Traska. Both teams changing. Essenmacher one-on-one with Mott. As it chopped away from him. Jumping and catching in midair. That was Anderson, who was able to get it from exiting. Off-target pass. Reagan will try and cancel out as Cable gets there first for the icing. And I don't know if the camera picked it up, but I think Cable just whacked Reagan on the back of the head.
Referees obviously didn't pick it up, but the Flames, we said the first period 10-10 in shots. Now they're up to 22. Bulldogs still sitting at 12. Shot off the draw is blocked by the Bulldogs.
Hand pass whistle down. Put our face off in the offensive zone for the Bulldogs, really at this point looking to get anything going. Only taken 2 shots this period. Just about at the halfway point of the frame. This is flipped out of the zone. Cable will jump on the puck. Lets a shot go. Save made by Traska. Again, Flames using the Bulldogs defenders as screens for those top of the circle shots.
Another well-executed shot by Cable right through the legs of another Bulldog defender. I believe that was Bro. But yeah, the Bulldogs, 2 shots to Liberty's 13 in the second period. It's been dominated by the Flames. Bulldogs with a half a game left to get back into this.
This is locked up in the corner. Looking to be broken out. Rowe off to the side. Now it's to Callaway who will skate it. Angled pass intended for Allen, who's back on the ice. Good to see him returning to the frozen surface. Callaway sends one for Stransky, who's spun around. Hard hit from Callaway, stepped up with the shoulder. Allen dancing around DeMars. Takes a hit in front of the table. Second one from Allen. Bro askew for Zaski. Zaski took a hit in front of the bench, never had the puck. This is up for Feemster, captain for the Flames. Across the way, good passing play as Traska leapt out with the stick and was able to break it up.
Yeah, nifty play there from Cox-Smith, batting that one down. As we see Huen come back, so I believe they're going to call a 2 and a 10. They're just going to send him to the locker room at the end of the first because there was less than 10 minutes left. So he comes back on the bench. Flames are back fully on their roster. But another nice play by Cox-Smith, batting that one down, feeding it out front for another good scoring opportunity for Liberty.
See, that's strange to me. It is listed as a boarding penalty, so it is a 2 and 10, but they announced it as a 2 and 10 in a game misconduct. So I don't know what happened in between periods, but somehow the bench staff getting that call overturned. And they'll get their player back.
And we saw Kirk Handy, coach for the Flames, talking with the officials quite adamantly at the end of the first period, so maybe he swayed their decision. But regardless, Wen is back on the bench for the Flames. It's Bulldogs with another icing.
We'll stop play. 8:12 left to go in the second period. Flames still leading 3-0. This game number 2 of the weekend series. Alex Herman, Jack Whitehead, happy to have you all join us here on a nice Saturday afternoon for ACHA hockey, right here on ACTV. Cable with a drive. Traska fights it off with the blocker. Smith can't get it out. Rister from the point. Zaski's attempt also stopped. Reimer picks up the pieces, struggles with it, and throws it up for Gajewski. Gajewski, left wing, cutting in, moves it over. Save made by Bernstein, got it with the glove. Best chance of the night for the Bulldogs right there. And Bernstein, who has not had to be busy this period, on top of his game. He's been sharp.
Yeah, nice passing play there from Gajewski to find Smith out front. All alone, just too far in tight, but another nice save from Bernstein.
This is skyrocketed all the way up into the light fixture. Luckily, some protective caging in front of the bulbs. Otherwise, that would have been pretty messy on the ice.
Nice transition play from the Bulldogs. Gajewski exiting the zone, just beating a defenseman wide, finding Smith out front. Bulldogs got to do more of that.
Off the dot, it's Jammer. Mont never had the space or time to step up to try and keep it in, so the Flames worked back the other way. Diem wins the race on Mott, who's blown up in the corner. Some stick taps from our bench to the left. Jammer, a crossing feed for Reimer. Gets over the line, hugs the wall, sends it around for Marley, banks off the back of the cage. Jammer with a high hit on Carney. Sent around the boards. Marley is there to meet it. Pops over the stick of Schaumburger. There's a 3-on-2. Carney played it with the body. Gets shoved off by Mott. Round for Schaumburger. Cable. That's a shot go that's blocked before it ever reached the nets. And all the way down this goes for icing. 6:14 left to go in the second period. A whole lot of whistles here in the second.
Yeah, no real flow to this second period, really on either end. The only goal coming from number 12, Monroe, for Liberty on the power play. Bulldogs, you got to think, got to get on the scoreboard in this next 6 minutes and 14 seconds to have some motivation. Not motivation, but something to get back into this.
This is flipped up to the center ice Bruiser logo. Cox Smith had it in midair on his stick as he kicked it through his legs. McLaughlin with an open ice thud. That'll get some life. Here's a 2-on-1. Schaumburger looking for Weidman in front. Tries to get it to him, but it's blocked before it reached him. Bro caresses on the backhand, now transitions to forehand. Mott with a shot. Through traffic, popped up in the air. It's stopped by Bernstein. AC needs to keep that going. Handcuffed in the corner. To Calloway, using his backside to make the hit. Cox Smith is tripped up by Weidman.
I think Weidman just a little bit over-aggressive there. Got in a tough position right behind Cox Smith. Cox Smith, a savvy player, sells the penalty and makes sure the ref calls it. Bulldogs sort of in a must-kill scenario here. Don't want to go down 4-0.
5:16 left to go in the second period. Again, the Flames to the power play for another time this period. D to D, it's worked for Cox Smith. Pomerleau, give and go. Towards the slot. Down on one knee, there was almost a shot. Hard pass, sliding across for Cox Smith. Saucers it through to Callaway. Clears it down, and it's Eliason who makes the glove save on the bench.
It's just sort of been how this period, really the game has gone for the Bulldogs. They have a chance to clear it all the way down. Fortunately, does go into the bench.
Finch up top for Pomerleau. Takes a look. Tipped off of somebody in front. Got around Traska. Monroe. Dropped back for Cox Smith. Good passing from the Flames. Pomerleau steps in. Fakes it. Nye will break it up. Backhands it just barely over the line. This will give them a little bit of time. Jammer gone off for a change. As Cox Smith breaks his way in, tries to center her feet in the slot. It's tipped away. DeBrito at the blue line. Will wait. Sends it back for Pomerleau. Schaumburger went for a dive to try and clear it out. Cox Smith to the left side. Finch from a sharp angle trying to find the upper corner. It's back for Finch. Goal in the game yesterday. Walks around. Shot stopped by Traska. Rebound was loose for a moment, and he'll hold on.
This power play looking very dangerous with Finch and Cox Smith sort of just moving continuously. Bulldogs losing track, and then you have Pomerleau at the point, just getting shots to the net. Liberty with a big opportunity these next 43 seconds to really put this game out of reach. To the Bulldogs, you really need to bear down these next 43 seconds.
Up top, it's Adamek. Waiting, Jammer with a nice stick play. And he's going to hustle after this. So try and take it away from Adamek, who pulls up, stops behind the net. No movement from him yet. Now he decides to go. This is pitchforked in to Callaway. Fanned on his clearing attempt. Feemster to Shields. Off for Adamek, drops it there. Snapshot, blocker save from Traska. Bulldogs have killed off the penalty. Weidman is out of the box. Furious speed as he exits. Now towards the slot. Lost it with Shields. Maybe a break for Weidman. Weidman in on net. Shoots! Scores! Blake Weidman! His fourth in 2 days.
What a shot there from Weidman. Came out flying out of the box. Just a bouncing puck, just beats the defender wide. Not a great angle. Just roofs it over the glove, off the bar. Much needed goal for the Bulldogs as they climb back into this one.
Bulldogs definitely needed that goal, and Blake Weidman delivers once again. Here's a cross-crease pass, and the response from the Flames. Next play, back to a 3-goal lead.
Essenmacher's going to pick up the goal just right off the draw. Bulldogs really couldn't even set up. It's just a bouncing play, and then, of course, Seth Hien, who we thought was out of the game, picks up the primary assist. Flames, about 10 seconds later, just up the lead back to 3.
Just when you thought the Bulldogs were getting back into the game, they're separated again. Traska. There's a penalty on this play, holding.
It's going to be to Adrian College once again.
It's going to go to Hunter Allen. He's voicing his displeasure back to the box.
think he disagreed with that one.
No doubt about it,
But,
and I don't blame him.
Tough call again, but another one. You're sending this Liberty power play right back to work. Been really dangerous throughout. Looks like they're going to start with the second unit this time.
Doesn't help, too, that the Flames are really egging on the Bulldogs, especially after the whistles getting into their ear and trying to really get them off their game. Shields will catch it at the blue line. Adamek rips it, and it's stopped by Traska.
Big save by Traska, but you got to think, as a goalie in this spot, you really can't allow another goal, especially here still in the second period. You really got to bear down. Can't let Liberty up this lead to 4. Three's a steep hill to climb, but 4 seems to be pretty insurmountable going into the last period.
Top of the circle, power play again for the Flames. Adamek winds up, wrist shot, stopped by Traska, kicks it out with the pad. Gloved by Adamek. Mott pitchforks it and is tripped up in the process with a hip check that was well placed. Shields to the line, Adamek to the right, wrist shot off the bar, it stays out. Flames shooting from everywhere. Here's another one, blocked by Traska. A third one from that right dot. It's blocked. Adamek to Shields, lets it go. Off the glove of Traska, it stays out. Shields to Adamek. Now to the right, another shot, hard shot block from Brandon Nye. DeMars again, glove save, Traska.
DeMars with about 5 shot attempts in a row. Finally gathered in by Traska. A few nice blocks from the Bulldogs defenders. Tell he was feeling it, just clapping the stick on the ice, wanted it. But now the Flames go to their first power play unit again. 40 seconds to go. Bulldogs in need to get to the locker room.
Weidman with good speed. Cox-Smith fakes to the left and Finch. There's a shot from the point again. Traska snares it with the glove.
Flames are just sort of firing from everywhere. Yesterday with 31 shots on goal, already 34, and we're not even through this second period.
To the scrum on the face-off circle, it's Jammer who shoves a man. Cox-Smith waiting at the blue line. He's been out there for a while. Cox-Smith down low. Flames rotate. There's a stick down. Jammer is without his twig. Slap shot that bounces off the dasher. Plays for Strasky. Gives time for Jammer to go retrieve his twig. Jammer out of the box. Allen gets over. Puck stolen from him. Finch with speed. 30 seconds left. Finch to the net. Save made by Traska. Shrugged it off. Allen looking for the easy out. Goes for a skate. Breaks his way in. Looks to get around Luke Anderson, but is shut down. Allen to the front. Gloved by Bernstein, and 9.7 seconds left. One more face-off, likely all the time we have. Close out the second period.
Yeah, the Bulldogs loading up here, the first line led by Sebastian Smith. Maybe try to get a shot. Win the draw by Reagan, the centerman, back to the point, and Toth. Zaski, the big body, looking to get something on net. Can't do it.
Back to the blue line, it carries out. Slap of the stick from Gajewski. And that'll do it for the second period. So another big frame for the Flames as they carry a 3-goal lead heading into the third period of regulation.
Yeah, Monroe picking up his second, 6 minutes and 30 seconds into this to extend the lead to 3-0. Blake Weidman gave the Bulldogs life at 16:59 in this second period. But then the backbreaker, Essenmacher, 9 seconds later from Yen and Barker, ups the Liberty lead back to 4-1. We talked about penalties being an issue. Bulldogs with 4 minor penalties in that period. Just not going to win many games when you're playing a man down for 8 of the 20 minutes. Bulldogs really uphill climb. They're getting outshot favorably by 19, 35-16 Flames. They're going to have to really get shots to the net, get some traffic at the net, and just knock these Liberty Flames off their game, because they've played a really nice road game coming off a defeat of 7-3 last night.
And not for nothing, too, in defense of the Bulldogs, some of those penalties really not on them. I'm not sure that I fully agree with a lot of the calls. Of course, you could call me biased for rooting for my home team, but some of those in there definitely have a couple of question marks, and it's not helping them that they just haven't found their stride in today's game, and they got a lot of work to do to figure out how they're going to try and score 3 in the third period to at least tie it. They need 4 to win if the score sits at what it'll be for the rest of the game. But the Bulldogs have to have a fast start to this third.
Like you said with those penalties, obviously the Griffins asked unsportsmanlike. We didn't hear what they said, so we can't really talk about that one. But the Reagan delay game right off the draw after that Liberty goal, we didn't really see him play it with his glove. It was more he just fell down. That was a tough one. I believe the Weidman one was a penalty, just coming back on Cox-Smith. But again, the Hunter Allen one, it just looked like a nothing play. Puck wasn't even near. Both guys fell to the ice. Another tough one. But head coach Gary Astalos and company have their work cut out for them as they go into the third period trailing 4-1 against the number 4 team in the country.
We'll see what we have for the third period of regulation in game number 2 of this weekend series. The Liberty University Flames and your Adrian College Bulldogs will step aside for the second period intermission and return for the third after the break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great, great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the recruitment tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today. The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
Minutes of regulation play still left in this weekend series between the Liberty University Flames and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Herman, Jack Whitehead up here in the booth. Happy to have you all rejoin us here on ACTV. Important period for both of these two teams. Bulldogs down by 3. It's 4-1 after 40 minutes of play. They have a lot of work to do if they want to at least tie this game and send it to overtime. And the Flames have to stave off a hungry Dogs team.
Yeah, the Flames really just kind of have to stick to their game that they've played through 40 minutes of action. Bulldogs really don't have anything going. We saw that Blake Weidman goal off the rush right out of the box, but other than that, it's been all Flames. Luke Monroe made it 3-0 at 6:30 in the second period to give them their 3-goal lead. Weidman returned the favor to cut it back down to 3-1 with just under 3 minutes to go. But then 9 seconds later, Essenmacher from Hine and Barker put it back up to 4-1. Bulldogs with 4 minor penalties in that second period. If they're going to have any chance to come back, they got to stay out of the box. They got to stay clean. They have to draw a few penalties themselves. And they got to get these shots on net. They had 6 shots in that second period to Liberty's 25. That's one of the most dominant periods we've seen against Bulldog hockey in quite some time. Give props to this Flames team. Bulldogs looking to return the favor in this third period and try and get back into this game.
Definitely can't begin this period with a flat start, either through a big hit or hopefully a fast goal from Adrian College will give them some life to propel them as close as they can get to a victory.
It really just starts with 1, though. You need to get that goal to trim it back down to 2. Looking for the Bulldogs to just throw everything they have on net to Bernstein in this first 5 or 6 minutes or so. They need to get on the board. They got to get that second goal, and then they could build off that.
We'll wait for the center ice drop. Get everybody back to center ice. 20 minutes on the score clock. Everybody gathered up at center. Puck is dropped, and we resume play at the AIA. Bulldogs down by 3. Need to find something going here. Cash Reagan to Gajewski. Heavy slap shot, that one wide. Good start, need to follow it up. McLaughlin around the boards. Pass was never caught, and it slashed out of the zone. Reagan retreating to his own blue line to make the play. Soft for Smith. Backhands it up, looking for Reagan. There's a steal from Gajewski. Gajewski to the middle. Fans on a shot. Throws it towards the net front. Reagan hitting something on the ice. Goes down in a heap. And the Flames offsides. Our first whistle of the period.
At 44 seconds in, a good start for the Bulldogs, like you mentioned. They got to keep it going. They need all 4 lines to keep pressuring this Flames defense. A good chance there from Gajewski. No goal allowed. Bulldogs have to keep this up throughout this period.
It's played through. Shields is hard after it. Toth gets his stick in the way. Reimer gets it around, looking for Jammer, makes a break for the slot, and it's stolen from him. A nice back check from the Flames. Jammer runs his man into the wall. That's Adamek, and he pops his helmet off of his head.
Thought they were going to call a penalty there on Jammer for a second. I think they're just going to blow it down because the helmet popped off. Faceoff will be in the neutral zone.
Normally they make the player who has the helmet come off, get off the ice, but they allow Adamek to stay on.
Right as you say that, the officials notice that. They are trying to send Adamek off. Good call.
Yep, there you go. Now they're going to send him back to the bench. That's the right call. But now they're saying he can stay on. How many times are they going to change their minds? Some persuasion from the Flames.
Looked like one official said go off. He kept waving him off, and then the referee stepped in and just said stay. I don't know what the official word is on that as they let Adamek stay on the ice.
We'll get our face-off at center ice now. As it's dropped and we continue on. Reimer will give chase towards it. Toth getting his stick in the mix. Picked up by Marley. Escorted to Reimer. Hard pass picked off by Adamek. He'll skate down. Throws it deep. Cox Smith hemmed into the boards by Zaski. Eli Reimer with a sidestep, gets around one, and pitches it forward. Bernstein will play it on his forehand, clanks it off the glass. Taken away by Mins. Across the lane for Jammer. Turns and spins. His shot deflected off of his blade. Strasky steps up. Jammer to the front. Good shot. Save made by Bernstein. Shields throwing Jammer's stick again. Not for nothing. Cannot do that. Official staring pretty clearly at it.
And we've seen this after the whistle. The Flames really getting under the Bulldogs' skin, but they're doing some things that usually are called.
Try and keep it as neutral as we can on the broadcast, of course, but when you see stuff like that, you can't not point it out. Callaway off the face-off. Allen lost it underneath the line. Here goes Feemster. Flips it ahead. Flames wanted a call behind the play. They're not going to get it. DeBrito skates a full 360 around the zone. Strasky gets hit into the boards. And a pass for Allen. Odd man rush. Allen with DeCalloway. Allen in. Blocker save made. Swatted at and kept out. The follow-up chance. Bernstein lost his stick. Now will go down to get it.
Big save there from Bernstein. The puck hits the scoreboard. We've seen that a few times. They're up in the rafters. But a big chance for the Bulldogs early to get within two. 2-on-1. Big save from Bernstein. He's been really steady throughout this game. Hard to get him rattled, it seems.
Flames put that one off the overhanging scoreboard. I'm sure they'll be paying the invoice for any broken bulbs. DM recovers the rolling puck as Schaumburger pursues him along the wall. McLaughlin trying to find some space. Bulldogs having some trouble with their passing in the offensive zone. It's poked through and taken away. Here goes Wen. Was kicked out of the game and allowed to come back. There's a shot off the crossbar. It stays out.
Seen a few crossbars hit, that time by Essenbacher, who put the Flames up 4-1 late in that second period. Big break for the Bulldogs.
Draw off the backhand of Cash Reagan. Flexed off the boards. Reagan is down on the ice and gets blown up by Barker. That has to be more than a 2-minute.
Yeah, that's one of the dirtier hits I've seen. Reagan sliding on two knees.
He's completely defenseless.
It's leveled by Barker. That's play you see in football, targeting just a defenseless player. Sure, this has to be more than two. Pretty dirty play there from...
Yeah, Barker's going to get tossed, and rightfully so.
Yeah, quick decision there. Referees put up 5 fingers, so looks like we're going to see a 5-minute power play here for the Bulldogs. Not a smart play there from Barker. Especially up 4-1 in the third period of a top 4 ranked matchup.
We have 2 5-minute penalties in 2 games. This time it's going to go against the Flames. Bulldogs have to take full advantage of this opportunity when you have a 5-minute power play, you can score, and it doesn't cancel out the penalty. Down by 3. Bulldogs need to go to work. DeCalloway steps in. Loses it in his feet. It's caught up between the Flames and the Bulldogs. Kicks out for a moment and swept back under. Zaski, a short pass. It's broken up. Smith takes a chop. Will go for the wraparound. Sharp angle shot. Looking to go upstairs, and it's put up into the netting.
I've seen the Flames do this a few times on the Bulldog power plays, just pinning it up against that wall, doing a nice job. Already wasting 25 seconds of this power play. The Bulldogs got to get shots to the net. Got to get traffic in there as well. Play the rebounds. They need to take full advantage, like you said, of this 5-minute major.
Get a reset on the draw. Callaway and Monroe waiting for the drop. It's fished out off the circle. Zaski loses it as it'll exit the zone. Smith will go back to get it. 30 seconds gone. Smith will cut to his right. Dish it for Zaski, who fires it off the boards and down. 2 men chasing. That's Jammer and Zaski. Gajewski waiting back at the blue line. Good pass from Gajewski. There's a shot. That's wide to the blocker's side. Had a good look at the net, but needed it to be farther to the right. A minute gone.
I'm not sure how Smith got that to him. Just sort of flicked the backhand over 2 Flame defenders. Good opportunity there, but the Bulldogs now icing it. You never want to ice it while they're on the power play. I'm looking to see if they might call a timeout at some point in this power play just to sort of reset, draw up a few plays or something. So they look out of sync early.
Reimer wins it back. Reagan is back to the ice. Happy to see that he's okay. Took that scary hit from Barker earlier. That resulted in the 5-minute major penalty. Dribbled off his stick. Here's McLaughlin looking to strike. Reimer had it and lost it. Essen Marker plays it out for Ratzlaff. Banked it off of the hip of McLaughlin. Reagan pitching it through, and the Flames send it into their own bench.
Yeah, break for the Bulldogs. They have nothing going during this power play so far. 2 minutes in, Liberty another chance to shoot it all the way down. Goes into their bench. Bulldogs will get an offensive zone face-off to the left of Bernstein.
Someone's going to get kicked out of the draw here. Feemster, who's replaced by Finch. Good draw win by Jammer. Sends it to Zaski. They'll open up. Gajewski tees it up and fans on the shot. Doesn't get all of it. Good keep in from Sebastian Smith. Heads to the net and doesn't like what he saw. Now he'll go. Smith shot blocked by Feemster. Bulldogs having a hard time controlling. It's off the shoulder of Smith and into the netting. That'll keep the face-off in the offensive zone. But the Flames' penalty kill has been excellent today.
Yeah, Feemster, you saw just laying his body on the line. Senior, he is the captain of this team, just leading by example. Bulldogs, half of this power play really already gone. Nothing to the net, nothing dangerous. Still with 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Mins turns on this. Allen watches it go around. Reagan doesn't play it either. Reimer pitching for McLaughlin. Doesn't have too much space to operate. Mins down low for Reagan. Now back up top for McLaughlin. Lets a shot go. Blocked in front and into the netting again.
I believe that hit Mins on the back. Bulldogs just not looking very good on this power play. Power play is up above 30%.
Allen's able to work it through the legs of Tucker Shields. In the process, the Flames clear it down. Reimer back for McLaughlin. Waits and gives for Reagan. He'll cut to the middle. Poked off of his stick. Reimer there. On the backhand, McLaughlin plays it through. Stopped before it ever reached the net. Reimer with an effort to Allen. To Mins on the left dot. Reimer's stick is being held onto. Pad save made by McLaughlin. McLaughlin fakes and looks. Wrist shot blocked by Pomerleau.
Impressive penalty killing so far from the Flames. Bulldogs with maybe 1 or 2 shots, if that. So far, 3.5 minutes gone.
Smith breaking his way in. Goes one-on-one with DM, and again the Flames get it out. Zasky throws it for Jammer. They'll get it back. Heavy shot over the top of the crossbar. Carney short-handed, goes one-on-one with Smith. Looks to one hands. Jammer using his big frame to get in the way. 40 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Zasky throwing it in to Calloway. Breaks it up. Flames clear again.
Impressive play there from Adamick. Much smaller defender. Just poked it away from DeCalloway. Cleared it the length. It's about going to do it for this Bulldog power play.
Here goes Weidman. Shoots and tries to slip at 5-hole. It doesn't go. Another drive goes wide. Outside lane. Bernstein will hold on to it. Wen is able to come out of the box. And a 5-minute major is fully killed off by the Flames.
Yeah, if you're Bulldog fans, you got to think the Flames kind of handed you a gift and you just denied it. Steep hill to climb now, 11:34 left and still down 3 goals.
Strasky, shot from the point, rebound. Tumbling down was Nye, it was right there for the picking. Weidman will poke it. Gets taken down on the boards, an extra shove. What is this going on behind the play? Shot off the crossbar, it stays out. Weidman just got leapfrogged behind the play.
I'm not sure. Weidman and a Flame got tangled up. Liberty hits another crossbar.
Wrist shot wide. Sent around the zone. Reimer to Marley. Will take the center lane. Jammer outside towards the hash marks. Marley hit hard into the boards. He's blown up. And this is up into the netting. Marley's going to be down in some pain.
Yeah, that's a big hit. It's unfortunate going for the puck. Looked to be a clean hit, just Marley in an awkward position.
.10:35 left to go in the third period. Bulldogs really having a tough afternoon. Calloway looking net front. Nothing there for him. Mins with a shove. It'll pop to the right. Backhand to the point. Stepping in. Mott with a shot. It's blocked. McLaughlin follows up. It just goes wide. Knocked off the stick. Allen with a shoulder check. AC just getting in their own way. Mins tries to play the rolling puck and can't do it. It was delayed off sides and set down. This is icing.
Yeah, you said the Bulldogs getting in their own way. We've seen a few times. They're just behind the goal line of Liberty and just running into their own guys. We saw yesterday they played a really good game after sort of like a sluggish couple games to start the year. We thought they were back to regular AC hockey. Looks like they've taken another step back, unless they have a miracle in them in the last 10 minutes.
Arm up on the play. It's touched up by the Flames. Hooking is going to go against Liberty. Some more power play time now for the Bulldogs.
Another opportunity, just another one, just stick in the wrong place there from number 15, Deem, senior defenseman. Bulldogs with another opportunity to get back into this one.
Reagan will take the draw against Shields. It's tied up for a moment. Played through the scrum by Shields. Off the glass, it gets out. It's around Mins. McLaughlin has to get back quickly. Shorthanded 2-on-1, broken up by McLaughlin. Bulldogs got to turn up ice quickly. Need to use the open space. Here's Reimer to the net. His backhand through traffic for Reagan. Not there. Reimer to McLaughlin, to the right for Mins. Trying to find a shot, goes down low for Allen. Up top, Reagan! Save made by Bernstein.
That's a good play from the Bulldogs. Just Bernstein standing tall. Once again, just allowing that one goal on a really snipe shot from Weidman. Other than that, he's saved 22 of 23 shots. He's been excellent here so far.
Jammer winning it back. Shot from Zaski. Wide open. Off the post. It stays out. DeCalloway had it right there. Gajewski, a good move. Gets around. Heading towards the front. Pulls up. Looking outside. Trying to find it in. Schaumburger. Save made by Bernstein. Pomerleau taking his time to the far outskirts of the ice as he gets checked into the boards by Gajewski.
It's just been one of those afternoons for the Bulldogs. Sort of a wide open net. Just could not get a handle on the puck.
Gajewski in the neutral zone. Up ahead for Smith. Plays for Jammer. Schaumburger will step in towards the net. Wrap around. Stays out. Pad save by Bernstein. Now towards the front again. Takedown. Jammer is on the ice. It's loose. Bernstein's without a stick. Shot from the point. Saved by Bernstein. Rebound. It's stopped again. 20 seconds left. Bernstein still no stick. Zaski shot blocked. Zaski takes a trip. It's out of the zone. What is this in front of the bench? Monroe checking Zaski. How many times are they going to get away with hits with players who don't have the puck? Off the outside of the apron. Reagan loses it. We're back to 5-on-5. What chaos. Reagan from a sharp angle. Scores! Bulldogs get one back. They cut the lead in half.
Chaos. All power play. Bulldogs with about a minute and a half of just constant pressure. As we take a look at the replay, just a backdoor feed. Jammer taps it in. The easier goals he's going to record. Bernstein without his stick for the last minute or so. Bulldogs finally capitalize. They only trailed by 2, just under 8 to go. Bulldogs need to play off this momentum.
Don't know what the Liberty bench could be asking about. More crimes committed on their end for the past 2 minutes than anybody. Bulldogs with a little bit of life. This is all the way down. The icing is waved off. Cox Smith was there to play the puck. He's worked through, settled, looking for Nye. Sends a good hit on Cox Smith as he goes into the boards. There was a player on the Bulldog bench who got whacked in the face by a stick. They were hoping for a call. Nye underneath the red line. Good defensive play to try and break things up. DeMars shovels it around. Pomerleau in front of his own bench. Gains the blue line. And we'll work it around the high glass. We'll send down for Strasky, who pops it out of the zone. Adamek flips it back towards Trasko, who takes a look, decides that he doesn't like it, and will hold on for the whistle.
It's been a lot better period. Traska really hasn't had to deal with many shots at all. Just a couple coming from Liberty this period. Bulldogs have sort of returned the favor from that second period. They're still trailing by 2 on the scoreboard, just under 7 to go.
Mott off the glass and down. McLaughlin tries to get the rush started. Traska plays it on the forehand, has to get back to the net quickly. Backhander blockered away by Traska. Another good save. Around for Mins. Pitched way up high. Allen right behind Ratzlaff shoves him off the puck. Good play from him. Liberty fans think there should be a penalty. They're not going to get it, and they'll have to live with it.
I think the Bulldogs are going to get, looked like a pick play on Feemster. Feemster gets up and gives him a whack. Couldn't quite see the number on that.
It's Hunter Allen.
Hunter Allen.
Yep.
Will sit for 2. Tough time to take a penalty. Just under 6 minutes left, trailing by 2.
Flames back to the power play. 5:53 left to go in the third period. It's Pomerleau up top. Cox Smith walking in. Now to the slot. Broken up. Jammer can't clear it. Pomerleau walking the line. Looking on his forehands. Will dish to DeBrito. It's a cross for Cox Smith. Back for Pomerleau. Waits. Off to DeBrito. Now to the slot. Broken up. Finch tried to play it. Pomerleau is able to keep it in just barely as he stops on the blue. Walking in, it's Cox Smith. Plays it behind his back. Jaski angles him into the boards. A good takedown there. DeBrito, shot blocked. Toth was stepped in the lane. Backhand dish, just about a minute gone. Heavy shot from Cox Smith goes wide. DeBrito to Pomerleau at the center. Cox Smith back for Pomerleau. They play it up top. Glove save off the wrist shot. Traska will hold it.
The Bulldogs doing a good job keeping Liberty to the outside, not allowing many high danger opportunities. Bulldogs do have 2 shorthanded goals on the year, one from Blake Weidman and then Keegan DeCalloway. With the other, Bulldogs could really use a shorthanded goal. Get this game back down to 1.
Play down. DeMars, the give and go. Adamek. They set up the triangle up top. Adamek looking. Good stick from DeCalloway. It's broken up. Nye will use his speed to try and chase down Adamek, who goes behind the net. DeMars, it's slashed away from DeCalloway. Nice hit from Keegan DeCalloway. Nye is tangled up. Played through the feet. Adamek rips it around the glass. Played through by Reagan. Glove down on the ice, it's kept in. Walking is Shields to the left. 3 seconds left before the Bulldogs get back to even strength. Tipped in front, save made by Traska. Allen is out of the box. Reagan will get it out of the zone. Allen all alone amidst the change. Hunter Allen by himself looking for reinforcements. Drop pass, Smith overskated it. Looking backhand, sends it around the boards. Reagan has it here. We'll keep our eyes to the right in Peyton Traska. Maybe some motion from him coming up as this is deflected up into the netting. 3:30 left to go in the third period.
Yeah, I wonder if they do bring him now with an offensive zone face-off. He's looking towards the bench, but no one's looking back at him.
I think at this point he's just waiting for the signal. There was some communication before the stoppage.
Bulldogs are going to use their timeout. I can't imagine Traska, goes back to his crease. Bulldogs will have a 6-on-5 here for the last 4 minutes.
We'll take a step aside for a quick timeout taken by the Bulldogs. We'll be right back. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics.
Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. 3:30 left to go in the third period. Empty net to our right. 6-on-5 in favor of Adrian College. Need to score quickly. Face-off one, it's tied up. Gajewski looks to Callaway on the ice, rips one. It stays out. Smith turning, it just goes wide. Both benches on their feet. Reimer around. Gets locked up by Pomerleau. Good defensive positioning from 25. McLaughlin takes a hit to the back. Sent on net. Gajewski tried to pitch it forward. So we'll stay out. It's rolling towards the empty net. I think it's going to be wide here as Mott is the first to get it. McLaughlin loses the race. Looking for the empty net. It just gets blocked. DeMars is in front. That goes around the cage. Here comes Eli Reimer with some speed. It's 3-on-3 as they get over the blue line. Good pass to Smith. Played behind him. Lost it, but we'll get it right back. Connor Diem moves it up top. It's blocked. Tipped away. DeMars going for the empty nets, and he puts it home.
That might do it for the Bulldogs' hopes of staging a comeback. Take another look. Pass cross ice. Read nicely from DeMars. Just puts it in the empty cage. It's been a tough game for the Bulldogs all afternoon after playing such a good game yesterday. Liberty returning the favor today.
Diem will handle this along the wall. Weidman with a good hit. Schaumburger steps up to make a play. Played to the low corner and bounced off the netting and out of play.
2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining.
Back for Mins, who spins off, hit really hard into the glass. As Toth plays it low, Mins again taking a crunch. Mins with some fighting in front. Pad save made by Bernstein. Marley lost it. Finch cuts in, loses it. Marley will pick up. Marley around for Bernstein. Doesn't see Marley, gets in his way. We saw a goal like this yesterday where Couch gave it up behind the net. Almost got another one. Zaski shot in between the legs of Bernstein. He'll hold on to it.
Yeah, just 1:28 remaining. Here's where you kind of see in a heated rivalry with the game pretty much over. See a few players taking runs at each other. Referees are going to have to step in eventually. Start sending guys to the locker room if it gets worse.
Weidman off the face-off, lets a shot go, bounced off the glass, now towards the front of the crease. Strasky turning, Schaumburger up top, Strasky. A hard shot, but not on target. Traska has to play it, looks forehand, throws it off the back glass, now to the front, Ratzlaff scores! Costly turnover behind the net, and Ratzlaff makes it 6-2 Flames.
Take another look. You were mentioning the play yesterday. The Bulldogs from Kausch gave it up behind the net. This time it is Traska. Her 40th shot of the afternoon. Bulldogs sitting there with 30. It's been a well-played game from Nicholas Bernstein, the senior. 28 saves. He'll pick up the win.
Bernstein on the backhand. DeCalloway will play it. Jammer with a hit on Shields as he'll dig it out. McLaughlin at the left blue line. Wrist shot into the chest.
Bernstein's seen a lot of the Bulldogs' shots. No real screens. Bulldogs did have a push there in the middle of the third period. Bernstein looked to be sort of getting a little bit tired, but ultimately he's been very good and very under control for most of the afternoon.
Thrown out. Nathaniel Mott has this. 35 seconds left as we wind things down here at the AIA. Laughlin off the boards. Tied up in the neutral zone. Weidman off the bench. Trying to get to that puck before time expires. Luke Anderson with a forwarded pass. Weidman throws it in. They're going to wave off this icing. 7 seconds left. Two seconds and one. And that will do it. Flames split the series and pick game up 2. Bulldogs yesterday with a 7-3 win. Flames today 6-2, our final on a Saturday afternoon at the AIA. Definitely a disappointing result for Adrian College. We're hoping that they were going to be able to do a little bit better than they did today, but sometimes when you're playing tough opponents, that's what happens. And we know this Flames team really loves to play well against the Bulldogs, no matter whether it's here or at the LaHaye Ice Center.
I think we both expected more of a tightly contested game, and both of these games, really, we didn't get that. Bulldogs winning 7-3 and then Flames winning 6-2. Two big blowouts, but like you said, these two teams really don't like each other. They played a very hard series. We'll travel up there to Lynchburg, Virginia later in the year, I believe January 30th and 31st. Liberty will be the home team for both of those games, and I'm sure we're going to see more tightly contested games. I bet you the score is going to be a little bit closer. The score doesn't necessarily dictate how close it was at times. I think it was just the second period. Liberty really put the foot down and just gave the Bulldogs no breathing room. But ultimately, Bulldogs just not a very well-played game today. We'll give the Flames a lot of credit, but I think the Bulldogs would have liked a better effort and a better result, of course.
Bulldogs looking ahead for next week's matchup have another tough opponent in Syracuse. They play them October 17th and 18th, the first game being Military Appreciation Night. Those puck drops 7:05 and 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time right here at the AIA. So be sure to tune in to ACTV for exclusive coverage of those contests. Bulldogs drop game 2 to the Flames 6-2 after 60 minutes, and I'm expecting next week a hard-fought game and a really big series for Adrian College going forward. So both teams get their first losses of the season, the Flames yesterday, the Bulldogs today, and a lot to look forward to going forward. From all of us up here in the booth, still more Adrian College hockey this afternoon and this evening. Our ACHA Women's Division II team up next against Ohio State University. And then later on this evening, our Men's Division III team playing against Ferris State University. So be sure to tune into ACTV for both of those games. But Alex Herman, Jack Whitehead signing off for this afternoon. You've been watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.